What's up, guys? It's Oblivious Gamer here, and it's been some time. Just been busy. Virtual Fighter is officially back. And no, this is not me saying it out of my ass. This is not me just saying it to spew crap. Legitimately, this has been said by Sega.
We showed you today the future plans for the Virtua Fighter series and the teaser video for the new title. What did you think? Virtua Fighter is finally back. We hope you could feel our sincerity and passion for the future of Virtua Fight.
Virtual Fighter, for a couple weeks, we've seen speculation of there's a new project on the works or the confirmation. For a while, people have been speculating that there must be a new Virtual Fighter, especially when Sega, like a year ago, announced that they are kind of making new games from like IPs that have been going on for a while but haven't seen, new iterations like Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi. Like they had this whole segment about it. But during the time when that announcement happened, there was no mention of Virtua Fighter in that trailer. Later on, Sega did confirm that they are working on something, but they just couldn't talk about it. Then we just recently got the announcement of Virtua Fighter 5 Revo and the 2.0 update. And the game is getting rolled back. It's getting an update, balance, everything. So people were excited, and then for some people there was also some concern because they were like, "Oh, is this the new Virtual Fighter that we're gonna get? Is this what they have been working on?" So some people were like, "I hope there's a new Virtual Fighter, and this is not the final thing." And that was also my hope. And well, we just got that confirmed. So they announced a new Virtual Fighter, and we did get some sneak peek. So they released a short trailer. The game is looking fantastic, and we see two characters in this trailer. We of course see Akira, and we see Stella. So Stella, she because when I first looked at her, I was like, "Is that Sarah?" No, that's not Sarah, and her name is Stella. So yeah. That's so far what we know. The biggest thing, which I feel a lot of people should be at ease with, is they have confirmed during the direct that there was with regards to Virtual Fighter. One of the biggest focus is, which I think is very important for what Virtual Fighter is that it's based on reality. That's one of the biggest things with Virtual Fighter. You're not throwing projectiles, you're not doing energy balls, you're not powering up, you're not, insane moves. There's no demons, there's no monsters, it's very based on specific fighting that are, everything based on reality. So there's this level of realism, and they have stated that that's what they feel Virtual Fighter is and what they're looking for to emulate with this next iteration. Because people were concerned, like, oh, how are they going to do? What are they going to do? Because fighting games have changed a lot since the past Virtual Fighter, which has been years. And how do you get the attention of the new generation? How do you keep the attention of people? We've seen a lot of fighting games adding new moves, new elements, and it's like, what can Virtual Fighter do to add to keep still this element of realism? So I'm very curious to see more and what they're going to keep doing. Now, another big thing is this is a game that is being worked on also by the Gotoku studio behind the famous Yakuza series. They recently also announced a new project called Project Century, and of course Judgment. There's a new Yakuza game coming out soon, and I think it's fantastic that they're involved. I mean, they basically are the ones that did the rework for Virtua Fighter 5. And if you think about it from a perspective, there must be, I don't know how many people, maybe there's one, maybe there's two, maybe all the people in the studio, but there's somebody there that is a massive fan of Virtual Fighter, because they basically, in a sense, have been keeping the franchise alive. For years, there's no way to access Virtual Fighter. Like, it was stuck on the PS3, it was stuck on the Xbox. But if you ever wanted to play Virtual Fighter in a modern console, you can always boot up a Yakuza game or a Judgment game, and you would be able to play it. Sure, it was very inconvenient, and it was like, oh, you have to play this game to then play this other game. And of course, for the competitive scene, it was also kind of like a headache. But in a sense, you can see how like they were trying to keep, Virtua Fighter alive. So for me, I think it's good that they are getting involvement. They've been the ones that have basically kept, the wheels rolling, pushing the cart. So glad that they are going to be officially working and helping out in the development of this new iteration. They've said that they're going to provide also the resources and like everything that they could do to help out with this new game. So pretty happy. I wasn't expecting a new Virtua Fighter being announced, and not just that, we did get a direct too. So we got a bit more information. We have stuff that we can look forward to. They're also gonna be trying to, well, they say they're gonna be people that's gonna be working on like legacy things with Virtua Fighter. So that's a good thing. Virtua Fighter is a franchise that has a lot of history. It's very important. Even the current head of the RGG Studio, he says this himself.
我々セガでゲームを作る者にとってバーチャファイターとは絶対に失ってはならない資産です。3D 格闘ゲームの始祖であり、龍が如くのみならず世界中の多くのタイトルに影響を与えたであろうこの伝説的なゲームを再び自らの手で世に送り出すチャンスがやってきたことを一クリエイターとして誇りに思います。
So with a franchise with so much history, you don't want this franchise to go away. And they have also mentioned how they are going to be working on, the legacy. It seems they're going to be more involved in the competitive scene. We've seen that they're going to have involvement for EVO 2025. So it's no longer the scene of like, oh, they're just going to be watching, but they're going to have more involvement. So it's good that from the developer side, there is an essence of like, oh, we want to get involved. We want to get people excited. We want to get people interested. We want to get the community hype for it, because nowadays that's a big thing with the competitive scene when it comes to fighting games. Players can do amazing work. They can keep a franchise alive. We've seen it when people love a game, when they get together, how they're able to keep the scene there. But of course, you also need the acknowledgement and the help of, the publisher and developer. And the fact that we are getting it with Virtua Fighter is fantastic. So yeah, that's it for me. Not much to talk about. Very happy, and I personally can't wait to see more. And I can't wait to see what's store for us with Virtua Fighter. As always though, guys, what are your thoughts? Are you interested? Did you find anything that caught your eye? Obviously, there's not a lot, but maybe there's something that you're like, oh, I'm looking forward. This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.